Good morning, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Science and Mathematics at Montclair State University. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask you to please silence all electronic devices. And now, would you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, and distinguished university faculty and staff.
Welcome. Please be seated. I'm Dr. Laura Billings, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics, and it is my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome, graduates, guests, faculty, and staff to the 2020 undergraduate commencement exercises for the College of Science and Mathematics at Montclair State University. Please rise for the national anthem, which was recorded at last year's commencement by Lisbelka Santana, a Montclair State graduate last year. Please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Graduates, it is so good to see you in person, here, it's an enormous pleasure for us. We promised we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here we are. These past several months have been a difficult time. This past several months have been a difficult time for you and for us. We have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State University, including this last semester, which offered very special challenges to students in the sciences. But you did not let the pandemic keep you from reaching your goal. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of degrees. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important economic, social, environmental, governmental, and public health issues in urgent need of attention. And today, you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work it takes to build a peaceful, prosperous, equitable, and just society. A society that understands science and its importance in shaping the policies that impact lives now and in the future. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but only in part. Its purpose has also been to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and our world needs, one who will create and apply new knowledge to useful ends. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society. For to be a responsible and contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and it takes education. You have had the privilege of that education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you, and many people who you will never know, your fellow citizens who have contributed their taxes to support your education, and many, many generous alumni and donors who have given of what they have to help you with scholarships and to help us provide resources to you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. This is now an age of fear. People have fear, and what they need is science and courage, and you will bring them both science and courage. Never give up on your dream. At this moment, I would like to pause and remember together fellow students whose lives have been cut short and who will never have the chance that you have. Let us remember together Jose Fernandez, Pierre Puente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Juliana Lee Kessler, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Michaela Powell, and Jeremy Thompson. And let us also send our collective best wishes to 16 of your fellow students who have been called away from their studies and their families this year to serve on the front lines in the National Guard's COVID-19 response. These students have been serving in hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and helping to build field hospitals. They are Derek Alicorn, Edith Argueta, Melissa Castelli, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Alex Gennaro, Christopher Langill, Lucian Lloyd, Nolan Buganda, Alyssa Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Viejo. Let us thank those fellow Red Hawks for their service to the nation. And I hope that we will see them safely back on campus soon. Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID. But as I have said before, you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the cure. You in particular, science and math students, you are the cure. Now more than ever, the world needs bright, committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. And your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it. You have been toughened by it. You have been educated by it. And you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in this world and to fulfill your hopes and your dreams and our hopes and dreams for you. Right now, I would like to just take a moment and thank all of the Montclair State faculty and staff and students who have helped us put this ceremony together for you so that it could be done safely. Weeks and weeks and weeks of planning went into it, and many people have been out here in the hot sun to make sure it all went perfectly. So let us thank all those ushers and greeters and coordinators. Thank you so much for making this possible for us. And now, I would like to turn our ceremony over to Dr. Laura Billings, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics.
Thank you, Dr. Cole. Graduates, all of us in the College of Science and Mathematics, or CSAM, are so happy to see you sitting here, socially distanced, and yet very much together. Our distinguished platform party has joined us to celebrate your day. I ask the members of the platform party to stand briefly as they are introduced. Dr. Stephanie Brockfeld, Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and Research. Dr. Scott Kite, Associate Dean for Student Affairs. And from the Department of Biology, Dr. Dirk Vanderklein, Chair. Dr. Sandra Adams, Dr. Paul Bologna, Dr. Julian Keenan. And from the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, Dr. Salia Da Silva, Chair. Dr. Magnus Bebbington, Dr. Jacqueline Catalano, Dr. Yvonne Gint, Dr. Hans Chauvis. Thank you all for joining us today. This is a wonderful day, a joyous occasion, a time for celebration, a time for fond memories, and a time to look forward. Graduates, you have demonstrated extraordinary perseverance and resilience to get here today. Today, you are not only getting a college degree, you are getting a valuable science degree, a degree from the College of Science and Mathematics, the best college with the best graduates of Montclair State University. I would like to just take a moment and ask you to remember what you and your families felt as you first arrived on this campus and what you hoped and dreamed to do here. You took that brave step and started your journey. I'm sure there were challenges along the way, maybe some late nights with too much coffee, but it all came together and you learned. You learned how to think about the world in a different way. You learned how to think like a scientist, to carefully gather evidence and draw conclusions. You also learned that neither you nor anyone else has all of the answers. You must continue to learn and use that knowledge if you are going to make a difference. I think we can agree that your Montclair experience has been unique. For some of us, this change is unsettling, but it's happening all around us. With the unprecedented series of events over the last few months, this is your time to seize the initiative. If the world is going to get better, it's going to be up to you. More than ever, this is your moment, your generation's world to shape. Whatever you choose to do from this day forward, you can build on your extraordinary accomplishments here at Montclair State, made possible by your hard work and, of course, the support of others. This support is a gift, and I hope that before this day is out, you get the chance to tell the people who have supported you over these years how grateful you are. Grateful to your families for the endless support and grounding they give you. Grateful to your instructors and mentors for educating you in your academic disciplines. Grateful to your friends for those essential and enduring personal relationships. And grateful for all the ways in which these people have contributed to what you have become. These are gifts you have received, and now it is your turn to pay it forward. I leave you with one last thing. Carl Sagan, a well-known astronomer and author, once noted that it is the tension between creativity and skepticism that has produced the stunning and unexpected findings of science. That's the world you are graduating into, one in which you are called in to be creative, to keep your minds open to the unexpected, to work to put the pieces together, to ask the right questions, and push science forward. Now more than ever, science is on the front line, and many people are looking to us for the answers. Graduates, no one can tell you the path you will take. You must find that path yourself. You are the graduates of College of Science and Mathematics, which means you can do this. Congratulations and good luck to the CSAM class of 2020. Now, Associate Dean Kite will join me in recognizing the seniors here today who graduated with honors this academic year. Please stand as your name is announced. Students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.7 and 3.79 have graduated cum laude or with distinction.
Mohammed Al-Bondoji, Emerald Bosca, Ian Mead, Ariel Pinasov, Christopher Quinteros, Brian Toadman.
Students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.8 and 3.89 have graduated magna cum laude or with great distinction.
Mark Alicia, Natasia Fernandez, Ali Hassan, James Lomont, Ivica Marcellus, Christian Rachko, Kevin Sayez, Sally Sader, Adam Zadeh.
And students with cumulative grade point averages between 3.9 and 4.0 have graduated summa cum laude with the highest distinction.
Ahmad Abarumi, Angelo Cirinelli, Abdul Kadar Halek, Gabriela Herrera, Edgar Medina, Michael Meerman, Aaron Till, Saeed Yassin.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Billings. And now I will turn to the Provost, Willard Gingrich, to begin the conferment of degrees.
President Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Science and Mathematics of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar, and they are recommended by the faculty to be awarded bachelor's degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also note that a number of these candidates have also completed their certifications to teach. Thank you.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating class. Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement. While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you, and slide your name card through the slot in the plexiglass barrier to Dr. Kite. For health and safety reasons, we cannot shake hands this year, but we applaud your achievements.
Jonathan Eisenstein. Christian Jeremy Garcia. Aksa Khan. Gabriel Ana Fernandez. Stanislav Iskra. Jose Acosta. Katrina Ann Tenyo. Alyssa Lillian Marino. Daniel Do Hyun Kim. Alyssa Rochea Rodriguez. Samantha Bianca St. Ville. Xenia Doris Neal. Natalia Mendonça Barbosa Ramos. Christine Kim. Daniel A. Wanio. Christopher A. Bobev. Nicholas Frederick. Saeed Yassin. Annette Nadine Fiani. Fakir Mahmoud Rabo. Ariel Pinhasso. Stephanie Zapata. Fernando Franco Senchi. And Caroline Hurley. Brittany T. Hanna. Halima Marwan Allen. Sarah Ann Peepal. Nadia Marie Omun Alau Shirazo. Stella Daisy Sanchez. Raquel Leah Bauman. Aziza Ahmed. Christina Rangel. Erica Wilcher. Dante J. Maida. James Nicholas Lomont. Rahaf Salim. Muwafiq Kerala Adradrabo. Ali Catherine Morochek. Luis Eduardo Lopez Lopez. Natalia Esteves Reese. Christina Marie Olo. Gregory Robert Ranges. Kelly Ann Obzit. Esteban Emmanuel Lema. Lauren Christian Schreiber. Stephanie Elizabeth Spivak. Laura Gallegos. Pedro Sebastian Gavilano. Monica Giselle Garcia. Hector Miguel Martinez. Leonardo M. Gonzalez. Karen Sarai Antigua. Christian Salvador Hernandez. Laura Sydney Alexandra. Taiwo Lydia Akingbala. Edward Bashkanji. Khaled Abdullah Elzacom. Samantha Marie Pozo. Mira Patel. Sabrine Nasser Hajar. Amani Ahmed. Kefri Hovani Nunez. Dilpreet Singh. Calvin William Taylor. Mahmoud Shaheen. Eileen Michelle Ruiz. Oscar Pena. Vanessa Munoz. Eric Mitchell Lituma. Carissa Desiree Vieira. Gilma Melissa Reyes. Lauren Ashley Castillo. Nicole Joyce Latini. Aisha Adin Adrian. Ahmad Aburami. Emerald Bosca. Devon Tymer Jenkins. Tiania Spears. Rudolph Fitzgerald Michelle. Christopher V. Quinteros. Chris Avila. Mateusz J. Kolodziejczyk. Lucas Leck. Omar Muhajir. Jessica Marie Sabet. Maria Victoria Carrillo. Maria Angeles Campos. Amethyst Ray Aragon. Nanaya Antasawa Bewa. Carlissa M. August. Na Amanwa Bruce Vanderpoy. Ana Elizabeth Navarro Bonilla. Gabriela Herrera. Astri Cecilia Oriana. Chinamonso Ugana Onwukuzui. Catherine M. Leon Hernandez. Edgar Allen Medina. Janaya Cleon Edwards. John Edgar Diosa. Ademola Olabanji Akinmade. Jordana Melgar. Carla Johanna Vasquez. Taiwo Emmanuel Fajuyi. Nicole C. Agbai. Dalen L. Reynoso. Tosin Margaret Ajayi. Barbara Torpra Asante Ado. Jacqueline Abrukwa Ivenir. Brian Debra Aful. Joyce Chauka. Rhodas Virginia Charles. Amina Alnisa Andakwa Ambarpin.
Will all the candidates for bachelor's degree please rise? Will the families for the bachelor's candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Are we ready? Are we ready? We're ready. Okay. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you as earned the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. I'll now ask Provost Gingrich to join me to conduct the undergraduate tassel ceremony. Graduates, When the provost signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Ready? And there it is. You may not know that, but that's a magic thing you just did. Not science, magic. So, please be seated. Graduates, this concludes the Montclair State University commencement exercises for the College of Science and Mathematics. I would ask you all to remain seated until the recessional is complete. And graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please remember, stay 6 feet apart, follow all staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field, and remember to keep those face coverings on. To our guests, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us here today. I know how much this means to you, and I want to assure you it means a lot to us too that you are here with us today. For your safety, please wait for our event staff to release you by sections from the stadium. Everybody, please stay safe, stay well, stay brave, and congratulations.